lovely folk. This is the reading for Leo. I would like to start out with an apology that I missed the uploads for last month. I just was not in the right place, but I am back and better. So we're going to start off with tea leaf, then we will move into pocket animal spirit, and then for tarot we have spirit song, and then we will finish off with mystical healing reading cards, and as always we will grab some charms. Oh, and I might clarify with the Enchanted World Tarot. That's depending on if we need the clarity or yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Alright. Yeah, this one for sure. Okay, so we have box. You will receive a gift. We have November. Let's move this. Hopefully you can still see that. We have Spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. We have marriage. This has been coming out a lot lately. Marriage and love both. Bird perched, waiting for news, package, letter. Interesting, hold on. Candle, you will be shown the way. Gong, an exciting event. And ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So for bird perched, I actually did get a lot of bird energy in your reading or meditation. I do feel like bird sounds will help you. So, I mean, if you can get out in nature. I also wrote like peaceful, alright, here. Peaceful moment in nature. Try to go to a nature viewing box at a park. You may be working through some sadness. Perhaps it's this heartache of what you no longer have. Silent moments in nature are going to really heal and bring you some peace. Bird sounds as well. And if you can't get into nature, try to play some bird sounds, or even both, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the pocket animal spirit. Spirit guides and angels messages for Leo here. Okay. Alright, we won't take all that. Okay, so we have B. I just heard be your very best and be beautiful. beautiful. I definitely love saying that. Be you, and your tea is full. And then we have frog. This is again remind me of the nature viewing box. Perhaps you'll see a frog at one. And it might be raining. I also just got that like it's healing because it's like you're releasing a lot. And rain, you know, can be symbolic towards release of emotions. And so yeah, and perhaps it'll even be raining when you go to that nature box. I feel like it's like kind of like there's an undertone of sadness. I think you've just been in that place with an undertone of sadness, but that this is like a peaceful releasing thing when you get out in nature. And it's like you're facing that sadness and you're just being still and accepting it and able to move through it that way. So then hawk and bat. We also have here 3 different air signs and 1 water sign. Alright, we are going to go ahead and read for the animal spirit. We also will be reading for the mystical healing. B. Earnest, hardworking, democratic, the B personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures. Interesting. Okay, I just had some like jaw crackling, but I didn't feel oh my gosh, it's the candle crackling. But I felt it in my jaw, so that is interesting. Perhaps you'll have it's the right side and it's kind of, you know, the back towards the ear. You know, it could be a tooth, it could be the jaw itself, like that hinge area. It might be something to look into. I'll put in the metaphysical meaning there. They're sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative detail to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and then sting. When in balance, content, active, vibrant. When out of balance, overworked, annoyed. To bring into balance, mini vacation. Some of you may have TMJ also, or you just may have tension in that area that it might be helpful to, you know, loosen up. Doing some different, there's TMJ exercises. Alright, hawk, watchful, all-seeing, messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch over every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail, as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eye on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings, and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. When in balance, sees clearly, intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much, suspicious. To bring into balance, perspective shift. Frog, clearing, cleansing, healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element, and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted, running on empty. To bring into balance, lake, river, ocean, or bathhouse. So yeah, definitely getting to that like nature viewing place that you can, if you can get to one. I mean, a lot of them are at water, so that's kind of what I was seeing. But I also got to not ever get out of practice of doing this, because like I think you might feel like, oh hey, I'm starting to feel better, and then stop nourishing yourself, but that this is something that you should like, you know, still practice no matter what. And then lastly, we have a bat. Okay, I got this song in another reading as well, but I just got Meadowlark by Fleet Foxes. Bat, darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses, of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. I very much so just saw the Five of Cups. When in balance, accepts, adapts, adjusts. When out of balance, refuses to let go, reminisces. To bring into balance, watch the sunrise. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your cards here. Yeah, I feel very much so just this like, it's like you're releasing sadness, but not to like find happiness. Not that you won't find happiness, but just like, it's more of peace. It's more like an acceptance of the sadness, like being, like honoring what you're feeling right now. Just like truly honoring it. You know, kind of facing the darkness, you know, allowing yourself to feel what you feel. And it's just kind of freeing and peaceful to just, you know, actually go through it, to feel it. and there's like peace. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Leo, please. Messages for Leo. Apologies, my alarm is going off. Messages for Leo. Yeah, there's some radical acceptance going on. That might have been a flipper. Spirit guides and angels. It's interesting too, because I am feeling like more just silent. Like silence is going to be a huge part of all of this as well. And like listening to the world around you, like the nature, like the birds singing and the raindrops hitting the ground. It's like a moment. This moment of silence and opening up to what you're feeling. And just accepting it, surrendering. And then it just brings this peace. It's like you're not quite past the sadness, but you've made peace with it. And it's not to say that you won't have happiness in the future. I think you definitely will. You have an exciting event, news coming in, a gift. Like you are going to get through this. It's just I think you accept this feeling that you have. Alright. We are going to clarify here. We have a 10 of shells in reverse. It says here blessings, well-being, but it being in the reverse, it's like you're not feeling that. I think you're feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. I think you're feeling the weight of your life on your shoulders. And also, don't be afraid to reach out. If you're like really grasping to even just get through each day, speaking to a therapist might really help if that feels like a step that you should take towards helping yourself. Nourishing yourself. If you've tried it in the past, or if you don't feel like it could help you, know that it's about finding the right fit. You don't have to just stick with the first person you go to. You can find the right fit to where it feels like you're just opening up with a friend, and it doesn't have to necessarily be that with an acquaintance, let's say. You feel like you're opening up with somebody that you're comfortable with, and it really takes the weight off your shoulders. But yeah, in your challenge, it's like the Chariot, you are having struggle. I struggle moving through this. Or just having movement at all. You just feel pretty stuck and stagnant. You perhaps haven't had been in practice of self-discipline. But I do think you are going to get on track with that, because here in your outcome we have 4 of shells, which is equivalent, and I didn't say, sorry, this is the 10 of cups in reverse. The 4 of shells is the 4 of cups. But you have it upright here, soul searching, reevaluation. It's like you kind of get to this place of realizing, you know, I can do something about this, and just kind of, you're really allowing yourself to feel it. It's going to be a very healing time period for you. Alright, let's clarify here. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Leo, please. What does Leo need to see for their highest good? Any more messages here for Leo? Could you please clarify this reading for Leo? Chariot in reverse, so yeah, you are definitely, you know, not moving forward at this time. I think that's actually good right now, because it's like you're going within to deal with this, rather than, you know, like you needed this period to just kind of rest and recuperate and look within and digest everything. We have Queen of Swords in the reverse. So I think perhaps you've put up, I think this is about escapism, kind of repressing things, and maybe even a touch of denial. You perhaps have been like really, you know, not wanting to look at some stuff because it's very difficult to look at. Ten of Cups. You feel like you had it all, and it was ripped away from you. You were very happy before, and now it feels like you've just broken away into nothing. And that's why it's hard for you to look at this. But looking at it and just being real with yourself and feeling what you feel is going to really help you. 6 of Wands. There may even be some like feelings of guilt, or know you were hurting, and you know, well, of course there's never an excuse, like, but we are human and we learn from our behaviors. You know, one shouldn't be excused in the sense of, you know, life has repercussions, and that is, you know, important, but forgive yourself. Like, you are human, and you are in pain for whatever reaction this might have caused. I also feel almost like shaky over this. Yeah, forgive yourself for any ways that you may have acted out in your pain. It's okay. We have 3 of Wands in the reverse. It's like you stopped looking towards the future. I think some of you just like didn't even want to go into the future. You were just kind of, it's like a piece of you left with whatever left your life. I'm sending you so much love. Know that you will get through this. Yeah, you'll definitely get through this. I think you have a spark right now of being ready to release, a spark that's like helping you to want to kind of reawaken and accept and move forward in life. It won't be without a little bit of a challenge, of course, challenges, and it's just hard to move through stuff, but you are going to for sure. I see wonderful things in your future here, by the way, but it's going to be kind of slow moving, I feel. The Magician. So you are definitely the one in control of this. Also, know you are whole in yourself. Having balance amongst, nurturing yourself in alone time, spending time with others and socializing, working on creative passions, time grounding and connecting to nature, time thinking, but also time letting go of thoughts and not getting caught in the narrative, but allowing yourself to have time to process. But again, balance in that. You don't want to overthink and overprocess. So balancing those two out. And again, just kind of accepting the sadness, making peace with it, which is going to ultimately turn it around. But finally here, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Strength, and the Queen of Wands. So you are definitely going to get into a stable place where you're lit up with passion again, ready to take on life. You're stronger than you ever were. I just got that song, Stronger. I actually got two. The Britney Spears one, the Stronger Than Yesterday, but also I'll have to put it up. There's the second one there. And Queen of Wands, you're feeling good about yourself again. And that's very a grounded place. I think it's actually like you get to a place where you're more stable than you've ever been, because you are you've grown even more in strength. Know that good is coming for you. And you are the one that's doing this, that's moving through this. And I don't want you to feel like that's like, oh, it's like hard work. It's gonna happen organically. Just follow that spark. Spirit guides and angels. Messages for Leo, please. What does Leo need to see for their highest good? Please guide Leo. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. I think that's it. Okay. So we have step into the unknown, number 30 here. Step into the unknown. It's time for you to trust your inner calling. Oh, and this could be something to do with business, career. Did we see stuff? You'll be shown the way, so trust that. But Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, you know, you could have a creative pursuit or just something you're passionate about turn a profit for you as well here. This could relate to starting a new business, starting a family, or doing a course of study that you've been putting off for years. You may feel like you are ready to move to another city or country, or simply to travel to a particular place. Whether it's the possibility of a romantic relationship, a type of friendship, or an innovative venture, there are higher forces propelling you forward. You are being guided. The opportunities being presented to you are a part of your growth and are connected to you fulfilling an important aspect of your life purpose. Be attentive to small details because your real transformation might come in surprising ways from unexpected sources. Be flexible about doing new things in a new way with an open mind. Whilst discernment is necessary, look for signs that show you that you are on the right track. Trust that you are being guided. Okay, 30 might help be a sign for you. A key might as well. I'm also being called to this like ribbon or measuring tape. You might find something like that on your path, maybe while you're walking, or it might be a ribbon. Could even be tied to a tree. I did also get in your meditation like creaking, the sound of like trees creaking. You might have a moment with hearing that. But yeah, you're in a period of great release is also something I got. Action. Take positive action to do something new and courageous. Within 48 hours, the action could be small, like making a phone call, or it could be large, like buying a ticket to travel overseas. Whatever it is, take daily steps towards your inner calling whilst being aware of your intuitive guidance. Only do things or work with people when you have the right feeling. By taking regular actions, you will build a momentum cycle which will give you more confidence to keep going. I just am also realizing, wow, it's the cover here. Alright, let's get your charms. Wow, we had 2 fall here. Oh wow, that is quite a bit. So we have this one and the bell. So this is like a needle threader with a torch on it, which is reminding me of this Ace of Wands, very much so. The torch may be being passed on to you in some way, or just you are starting this like Olympic journey of greatness. And the bell, waiting for news, package, letter, a gift, exciting news. Listen out for it. We have the headphone. Oh, that's funny that it landed right there. We have the earbud there. We have a butterfly about transformation. We have a cat. You're stepping back into your independence. We have peace. You are going to have a lot of peace come in. That landed on strength too. Peace and strength moving through this. The turtle, slow and steady, wins the race. Also, you're protected, and that could also be about travel as well. Or maybe even moving home. We have Scorpio, and we have Gemini. So those signs could be some of your placements. They could have to do with somebody within your life or somebody you might meet. They could be even about like a reading for those signs. We have the crown, which is, I'm feeling for these 2 queens here. And about knowing you're going to get there, you're going to reawaken. We have a flower here, it's sort of like a daisy. I believe it may be a daisy. Daffodil? It could be a daffodil. That word, something about that word is standing out to me. Daffodil. I'll look into that as well. We have the elephant, which is about strength. Moving through these obstacles. Interesting. Her eyes are masked as well. I was kind of getting like optical illusions. You might move through some things that you've some false things you've thought were real. We have a bird here, which is definitely about listening to the birds. They may whisper to you, but also just bird sounds are going to help bring peace. We have the seahorse, self-love, knowing that you are loved and guided through this. With the angel here, definitely loved and guided through this. Now, if some of you lost somebody that has passed over, Know that they are watching over you with love, always sending you love. Here's that key. So keys are definitely going to be a signifier for you, so look out for keys. We have the hand of Hamsa, which is about protection. So know you are protected, you're being guided through this. A helping hand. There will be a helping hand. Some of you, this also might be about getting into therapy, or just some form of counseling to help you process. More about peace here. Yeah, doing so may help you get to that state of peace and acceptance and just surrendering to what you're feeling. We have a wine glass with a green drink in it, which is interesting. Celebrating, and green can connect to the heart chakra, and so I think you're going to be celebrating with an open heart. We have the unicorn here, which I connected a lot to the Ace of Swords. So we have the Ace of Wands here. I think an idea is going to come to you. We have the Skull and Crossbones, which is about death and rebirth. So it's reminding me of that, and that you're going through, and trust the process. Another elephant here, but with a heart on it, and it's also holding up a heart. I don't know if you can see that. So strength, opening your heart back up. We have 2 stars here. One's a star and one's a starfish. So healing, doing the emotional healing work that you need to. But also this star is very vibrant. It's kind of like a show star more so. So that could be also about you shining. You have beautiful energy, and perhaps what you're going through now can help others in the future. We have a flamingo, which is about balance. I did get about balancing out your life. Making sure to take time, doing all the things that help keep a balanced life. We have this octopus here, which is again about moving through emotions. Apologies, this is a jellyfish, but again, moving through it's still emotions, while the water animals are tapped into that. But jellyfish are very much so good at getting in the flow. And we have the rabbit with a little star on it as well. So healing in the area of feeling like there's loss and lack, and instead flipping your perspective and seeing the abundance. If you lost a loved one, like just being grateful and knowing how lucky and blessed you were to experience that in your life. And I think you're still going to open up to even more. Like, your heart is very much so full of love that should shine out into this world. Alright, we will leave this here. I thank you so much for all of the likes, comments, subscribes, all the things. It truly helps get these messages out to those who they're meant for. And I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. Until next time, lovely folk.
Thank you.